Welcome everybody. I'm your host Javon Turner from Football in 90, and today we have a special guest for you guys. We have Sydney Schneider, the Jamaica Reggae Girlz goalkeeper for the 2019 World Cup. And I'ma just add her. Just drop your questions down below as I add Sydney to the live. Good afternoon, Sydney.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Thank
How
you
are
for
you?
having me.
Thank you for joining us. Here at Football in 90, our questions are just solely based on facts and your experience, so you don't have to worry.
Sounds good.
All right. I'm gonna just start off by telling us why you chose soccer.
Um, just around where I grew up, everyone as a child was just thrown in um to play soccer, and some people quit after a little bit, but some people continue all the way, and I just never stopped.
Sure, sure. Yeah. So, what was your support system like? When you tell the family that, hey, I want to play soccer as a professional. What was your support system like?
It was amazing. My family, friends, um, and everyone at school and everything were super supportive. And they just wanted me to follow my dream. They told me to go for it, try it out. But they're supporting me, watching me. Definitely my number one fan. So,
Yeah. So, what did you ever think about like playing another sport, if not soccer, or did you ever think about doing something in a different career path?
I actually did track in middle school and high school. So, did some of that. And then, honestly, I haven't really thought about playing another sport. And I cannot imagine myself like being in an office, working a 9 to 5 job. Definitely not for me.
For real, it's not for you. It's not for you. What players did you look up to growing up?
Honestly, I feel like I didn't have one specific player. I just enjoyed watching the game as a whole and learning from everyone playing. So,
Nice, nice. Kanye is commenting. Please model. Yeah. Who are the persons of influence throughout your career, throughout your youth career, and everything? What the family, coaches?
um, definitely both. Obviously, the support of my family was amazing, incredible, and definitely played a role. But also my coaches having the belief and confidence in me and pushing me to be better and get to the next level was definitely a huge um, reason how I'm here and where I am today.
Nice, very nice. So you'd have made a transition into the collegiate level, where you played from 2017 to 2020. And raking up like 44 appearances in total. What was it like playing at the college level?
I mean, it was awesome just being obviously in a college environment and being around your team a lot of the time and traveling with them, practicing every single day, pushing each other. It's just amazing to be in that kind of environment, and it definitely helps prepare for the next level, like playing professionally. So,
Nice, nice. And you'd have also put your name in the history books as a freshman. Becoming the only the second goalkeeper to play every single minute. And how does that feel to earn the trust of the coach and the team to play game in and game out?
I mean, honestly, as a freshman coming in, you're always nervous and you're not really sure what to expect. But to be able to do that was amazing. And again, support of my coach being confident in me and knowing that I can do it, and also the players on and off the field believing in me and supporting me. So it's good.
Yeah.
It was fun.
And what was your favorite moment at the collegiate level?
um, Favorite moment during a game would probably be my first game, honestly,
Yeah.
as a freshman. We played UVA, I think it was, and I stopped PK in the first game of my like official collegiate
Yeah.
career. So that was pretty big. I did not see anything. I was completely blacked out in the moment. So very, very nervous, but obviously it went all up from there.
True. With that said, what's your favorite save at the collegiate level, if you remember? Was it that one?
I guess that I'm trying to think if there was any huge. Nothing's popping up in my mind, but that one definitely made a huge impact.
Yeah, yeah. And which player did you play against where you say, hey, this player is serious and dangerous, as you're in the goal? Which player do you think you have come across on the college level that you would say was a force for you, if there's any?
I mean, honestly, I I couldn't tell you just because I know coaches do the scouting report and tell you to look out for these certain players, but in my head, I don't care who you are. I don't want you to score on me. So I don't really stress out about who's on the field, who's shooting the ball, anything like that. I'm just worried about keeping it out of the back of the net.
True, true. Now there was no doubt that you would be drafted after college, and in 2021, you in the NWSL draft, you've been drafted by Washington Spirits. And tell us about what was going through your mind leading up to the draft and after the draft.
I mean, during the draft, it was stressful.
Yeah,
For the people that watched it, know it was very, very long. um, but it was stressful. But getting that call, I think it was 2 picks before they said my name,
yeah.
I was tearing up. It was amazing. I still don't even have words. It was just incredible. It was amazing.
Nice, nice. And how did the Washington Spirit welcome you, into their family?
Oh, everyone's so welcoming. Everyone's so nice. I feel like it's another family away from home, a home away from home. Coaches, staff, players, everyone. Um, we're all close. They're all very welcoming. So that made a easier transition, definitely.
True, true. And tell us about, the transition from college to being a pro as playing in a pro team, even though you have played in a World Cup before that.
Can you repeat that? Sorry. I
Okay.
think,
Tell us about the transition, from college to a pro team, even though you have already played in a World Cup.
I mean, it was definitely a big jump going from college to pro, just the skill level and I guess the expectations. Um, but again, obviously the players being supportive and the staff and coaches being supportive made it a lot easier. And just believing in yourself and telling yourself and believing it that you belong here, you are here for a reason, you fit in. Um, there's a reason that you get brought into these environments. So you just have to believe it and have confidence in yourself to be able to thrive.
Nice, nice. Now, Sydney, you were qualified to represent Germany, USA, Jamaica. What made you choose Jamaica as early as the under 17 level, to represent us?
I mean, I I got the invite for the first time, and obviously I was very nervous.
Yeah,
I actually said no the first time, but then the second time I went, and it was amazing. The coaches, the players, it just felt right. So, and obviously my grandparents being born there and coming over, it was just amazing to see how like happy and supportive and grateful they were, and it's amazing to be able to represent Jamaica.
true, true, nice, nice. And in 2018, you would have had the chance to represent again at the CONCACAF Championships. Talk to us about that. What was going through your mind playing in the CONCACAF Championship?
um I mean, we all knew what was on the line. We all knew that we could potentially create history, and I mean, we all just wanted to play our best and do our best,
Yeah,
obviously win, make the history, and we did. So I mean, we were all thinking the same thing, just go out there, give it our all.
nice, nice. And you were named player of the match in the Costa Rica game where you had saved the penalty and Jamaica had won 1-0. Talk to us about the thought process throughout that game.
I mean, I was just doing my job, just keeping the ball out of
Yeah,
the back of the net. Um, I'm there for my team when they need me, and just honestly just doing my job. But to get that
true.
recognition obviously was amazing, and it was a big deal. We needed to win the game and to move on to the next stage, so it was important.
Nice, nice. And in 2019, Hugh Menzies chose you to be the first choice goalkeeper for Jamaica ahead of the 2019 World Cup. How did your family react? How did you react?
It was amazing. I will always remember the experience and be grateful for it. It was a battle, honestly, to see who was going to be the starting goalkeeper. We were both pushing
Yeah,
each other, pushing ourselves, but obviously I was super excited, super happy that the hard work was paying off, and obviously my family was ecstatic about being able to watch me play in a World Cup. They were able to fly over, so it was awesome.
nice, nice. Must be nice.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
did you did you ever think about playing in a World Cup and especially at that young age?
No, not
Yeah,
at all. I feel like when you're younger, you always have the dream of becoming a pro,
yeah,
but as you age, I guess reality starts to set in and certain societal standards, and you just kind of plan, at least I plan my life of just going, using soccer to get into college, go to college, get a job, do all of that normal
normal
stuff.
stuff.
Um, but obviously, I was not going to turn down the opportunity when it happened, and it opened a lot of doors, and I'm so grateful that it did.
Nice, nice. And I was back in Jamaica when you guys played that last game to qualify, and the penalty went to penalty shootouts. And what was the feeling like, on the field when the last penalty was scored and Jamaica qualified?
It was surreal. I can't describe it in words. It's just a bunch of emotions
Yeah,
just take over your body. You run, go celebrate with your team, all super happy. And obviously, it was such a huge deal because we made history and we were able to inspire other younger people and to show that if you work hard, like the hard work will pay off. So it was amazing.
very true. And especially in the locker room, there was this video circulating on social media for like 6 months of you guys celebrating, singing the national anthem. What was that feeling like in the circle of the girls celebrating, singing the national anthem? How-
That was honestly so amazing. Just making history and showing people that this is us, this is Jamaica, we're here, like hear us, recognize us, and keep an eye and ear out for us because we're coming. So it was amazing.
Yeah. Before I ask any further questions about World Cup, what are your career aspirations before we get into the World Cup questions? As a player, what are your career aspirations and goals?
Um, I mean, right now I want, like, I guess my dream obviously become a consistent starter for professional team and just make a name for myself and inspire others to follow their dreams. So
True, true, true. And back to World Cup, you guys would have made it to World Cup now, and you guys would have been coming up against some of the big names. Jamaica was like drafted in, we would say, the group of death, with Australia, Italy, Brazil, But talk to us about the game against Brazil. You would have made a penalty save at such a young age against giants. Tell us what were you thinking like when there was the penalty and after you made the save too.
I mean, honestly, she called the penalty and it was just like, all right, here we go. You got to do your job. Got to
Yeah.
keep the ball out of the back of the net. Um, I was probably a little nervous. I feel like I don't
Yeah.
really remember, just wiped it all out. But after saving it, the emotions, I remember the ball bounced weird, and all I was thinking was, don't kick it in. It bounced off my hands, and I had to swing my legs around, and the
Yeah.
only thought in my head was, don't kick it in, don't kick it in, don't kick it in. But after that, I feel like it just gave our team hope and to show that we were still in the game. And obviously, the result didn't end the way we wanted it to. But after that, our energy definitely rose, and it was amazing.
Yeah. And leading on to the next game, uh, what was it like? After your first game, you'd have said, "Wow, I played in the World Cup." What was the thought process on going into the second game?
I think for all of us, the nerves were finally settled.
Yeah.
Um, just obviously, first game in a World Cup, like making history. Obviously, it's very nerve wracking. Obviously, playing such a strong team was also nerve wracking, but I think going into the second game, our nerves were starting to settle a little bit more. I think they were still pretty heightened.
Yeah.
Um, and again, didn't get the result we wanted, but I feel like as the tournament went on, we were slowly starting to find ourselves and like settle our nerves, like I said. So.
Yeah. Somebody just mentioned, sorry, the number one goalkeeper just mentioned another penalty save against Italy should not have been retaken. I agree. What were you? What do you think about that one?
I mean, I did break the rules of what
Yeah,
they said. Should it have been a rule?
we got.
But it's all right. I think that definitely changed the game. I know it kind of shook me, it rattled me a little bit. I shouldn't have let it, but it did, and I
Yeah,
think it rattled the whole team. Um, Unfortunately, it did get called back, and they scored again. But it happened after that. They changed the rule, so I guess you're welcome.
yeah, making history out here. What was your favorite moment of the World Cup?
um, Definitely the penalty save. I feel like PKs are never for a
Goalkeeper.
goalkeeper, so odds are never in your favor. So when you do make that save, it's huge and it's definitely memorable.
Yeah. Um, everybody was emotional when when we scored our first goal. What was it like behind and looking at that goal from all the way
It,
back?
it was amazing. We all jumped off the bench. We all were so excited. Just it was ecstatic. It was amazing just to see that happen and finally something for us was going right. And
Yeah.
again, we scored in our first World Cup ever, so it was amazing.
Nice, nice. Do you keep a close connection with the other Reggae Girls, after the World Cup?
Yeah, we talk. I mean, unfortunately, because of COVID and everything, we
Yeah.
haven't been able to have as many camps as we would like. But I mean, we try to communicate and keep in touch as much as we can. Hopefully, we'll have a camp soon. It's been too long.
Yeah, for real. Reggae Girls captain Connie Plummer, who's also a part of our initiative here at Football in 90, she had some words to say about you, and this is what she said. She says, she's amazing on and off the field. She's very humble, talks up when needs to, and she's just overall a great person. What do you think about that?
I mean, thanks, Kanye. I know you're watching. um, but yeah, I mean, I love Kanye. She is a great leader. She, again, you can go like support or you can go and talk to her if you need to on and off the field. She gets what she needs to done. Hard worker, pushes all of us, but also when we need a smile, a laugh, she's always there for that.
She says you're welcome. Uh, before I ask my next question, guys, can you just send over your questions? I think they're all the way at the top. It's hard for me to find them. And after the World Cup, during the World Cup, you guys would have won over the whole nation of Jamaica and probably the world because we were the underdogs. And one thing with Jamaica, they love World Cup, they love soccer, football, and you would have gained a massive fan base from the local Jamaicans back home. What was that feeling being welcomed by all those people?
I mean, it was definitely amazing. Um, just to be able to inspire and reach people that I necessarily and all of us necessarily don't know personally is incredible. I mean, social media has its pros and cons, obviously, but but just to be able to inspire people without being with them personally, I think is amazing.
Yeah, true, true. Do you see us making the next World Cup and advancing out of the group stage?
I sure hope so. We'll see. We'll definitely be working towards it. That's definitely our goal. We made
Uh,
it. We made it once.
yeah,
Now you can say we did it. We were there, and now it's time to advance and win.
nope, I agree. I agree 100%. Um, Det Junior 66 says, describe your World Cup experience in 3 words.
Like, crazy, amazing,
Yeah,
and I guess inspiring.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I know your career is young, and you are young, but after soccer, do you see yourself going back into soccer, let's say as a coach, an agent, or what do you plan to do after you retire from soccer?
Um, I'm not 100% sure, but I would love to like do trainings or I haven't thought about coaching honestly.
Yeah.
Um, but I would love to have my own facility. I think that would be awesome and train athletes. So,
Nice, nice. I don't know if you want to answer this, but somebody says, "What is the team club of your dreams? The one you want to play with? The one you want to play with?" Greetings from Costa Rica.
I mean, I don't have much experience, obviously, but I'm here, so Washington Spirit, gotta give the shout out.
Yeah. 8-0 Immorreal says, "Yes, this team and Sydney in particular makes many of us love the sport even more."
Thank you.
I'm just catching up with the comments here. One
Yeah,
of our members and also a professional soccer player in the USL, Yvonne Lambert, is just giving his respect to you, Sydney. Also a
thank
part of the Jamaican national team. And a lot of young players dream to be the next Sydney. So, what advice do you have for young players out there that wanted to be the next Sydney?
honestly, keep working hard. And I feel like the biggest thing is have confidence in yourself. Be humble, but have that confidence to know what you can do and how well you can do it. I feel like that's the biggest thing.
Very true, very true. Number one goalkeeper says, does it help now that a goalkeeping coach is head coach for Jamaica?
I mean, Hero Busby has been there since I got there
Yeah,
when I was 16, so definitely a huge fan. And him being a head coach, I think will definitely help us goalkeepers out because I feel like usually get put on the back burner a little bit, but he knows what it's like and knows like how we work, so it'll be nice.
nice, nice. Somebody asked, who's the funniest at Spirit in the Jamaica team? Who's the funniest?
It's funny. Hmm. I have to think about this one.
You have time, you can think.
Like, honestly, I would have to say, um, right now, Anna, just because
Yeah,
her little smart little lines get me. So she's funny, and we're with each other a lot, so definitely have the most jokes.
One of our team members here, Kevin, says, which male soccer club do you support?
Do I support?
Yeah, or a fan of. I don't know.
Um, I feel like I don't have just one team. I kind of jump around. I watch. I feel like I don't
You're
know.
soccer
I
fan
definitely don't
overall.
have one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Somebody asked, how cool was it when Mr. Usain Bolt tweeted about you during the World Cup?
Oh my gosh, that was insane. That
Yeah.
was so cool just to have obviously a legend recognize me. That was insane.
You know, you were in Jamaica for some time before the World Cup, training or even the years before you were representing us. What is your favorite Jamaican dish? What's your favorite Jamaican food?
Uh, I gotta go with my grandma's curry goat.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Homemade, fresh. So good.
Yeah.
That's definitely my favorite.
Yeah. I'm just loading these questions. Okay. Guys, remember, just send some questions. I'm not trying to keep Sydney long on this. I know she has a busy life. Okay, if you're not gonna ask anymore right now, I'll just ask some of my own again. Uh, you know, um, I've been friends with Jody for probably 2 years now, Jody Brown, and
Mhm.
just give us your thoughts on Jody as a player. She's young like you, and you both of you guys have performed exceptionally well at the top level. So, what are your says on Jody?
Amazing. She is amazing. So talented,
Yeah,
so gifted. Also, just a natural born athlete. She's gonna do big things.
yeah, nice, nice. Did you ever get a chance to see our national goalkeeper for the men's team, Andre Blake, play? And if so, what do you think about him as a goal?
I've not in person,
Yeah,
but I have seen him obviously on the TV and so good.
yeah, yeah.
So good.
I think we have two amazing goalkeepers in the national team. So
I
yeah.
gotta keep representing.
Um, you know, that's all the question I have. I don't know if these guys want to ask some more questions, but we thank you very much for accepting our request here to come and talk to us and just share your experience throughout the World Cup and your career. Even though you're very young and you've made it at a young age, a lot of people wish to have made it this far. So we thank you very much. Our questions are finally coming in. Apart from saving penalties, what would you say is your best goalkeeping attribute?
um, I guess I would say my bravery. I'm not really scared to throw myself at the
Yeah,
ball, at someone's feet, shooting a ball that could
yeah.
easily be mistaken as my face.
I
Um,
would agree. I've seen the clips and the games and the photos. You attacking these strikers outside the box, inside the box.
yeah.
Somebody just asked, "What's your favorite save in the World Cup?" I don't know if you answered that before.
Yeah, that was, I would say the PK
I
save
know.
against Brazil. Yeah.
Well, Sydney, we thank you very much. Us here at Football in 90, we just like to thank you once more for accepting this, and I think the people back home in Jamaica will appreciate you coming on and sharing your experience and thoughts on this. We thank you very much.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. It was fun.
All right, have a good night.
Thank you, you too.
All right. So, guys, there you have it. Sydney Schneider, Jamaica goalkeeper. She just came on and shared her experiences and thoughts, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And remember to follow Football in 90, where we share amazing lives like this with everybody, whether it's our national team, men's players, women's players, or even our coaches and fans. So, thank you very much. I'm your host, Javon Turner. Have a good night.
Gol, este es gol.